Hello friend. Welcome to Update. Today we'll show you Pirates of the Caribbean actress biography. Please subscribe us. Captain Jack Sparrow, Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp is perhaps one of the most versatile actors of his day and age in Hollywood. He was born John Christopher Depp II in Owensboro, Kentucky, on June 9, 1963, to Betty Sue, who worked as a waitress, and John Christopher Depp, a civil engineer. Depp was raised in Florida. He dropped out of school when he was 15, and fronted a series of music garage bands, including one named The Kids. When he married Lori Anne Allison, he took a job as a ballpoint-pen salesman to support himself and his wife. A visit to Los Angeles, California, with his wife, however, happened to be a blessing in disguise, when he met up with actor Nicolas Cage, who advised him to turn to acting, which culminated in Depp's film debut in the low-budget horror film, A Nightmare on Elm Street, 1984, where he played a teenager who falls prey to dream-stalking demon Freddy Krueger. Number 2. Orlando Bloom, Will Turner. Orlando Jonathan Blanchard Copeland Bloom was born on January 13, 1977 in Canterbury, Kent, England. His mother, Sonia Constance Josephine Bloom, was born in Kolkata, India, to an English family then resident there. The man he first knew as his father, Harry Bloom, was a legendary political activist who fought for civil rights in South Africa. But Harry died of a stroke when Orlando was only 4 years old. After that, Orlando and his older sister, Samantha Bloom, were raised by their mother and family friend, Colin Stone. When Orlando was 13, Sonia revealed to him that Colin is actually the biological father of Orlando and his sister. The two were conceived after an agreement by his parents, since Harry, who suffered a stroke in 1975, was unable to have children. Orlando attended St. Edmund's School in Canterbury but struggled in many courses because of dyslexia. He did embrace the arts, however, and enjoyed pottery, photography and sculpturing. He also participated in school plays and was active at his local theater. As a teen, Orlando landed his first job. He was a clay trapper at a pigeon shooting range. Encouraged by his mother, he and his sister began studying poetry and prose, eventually giving readings at Kent Festival. Orlando and Samantha won many poetry and Bible reciting competitions. Then Orlando, who always idolized larger-than-life characters, gravitated towards serious acting. At the age of 16, he moved to London and joined the National Youth Theatre, spending 2 seasons there and gaining a scholarship to train with the British American Drama Academy. Like many young actors, he also auditioned for a number of television roles to further his career. Daughter of actor Will Knightley and actress-turned-playwright Sharman MacDonald. An older brother, Caleb Knightley, was born in 1979. Her father is English, while her Scottish-born mother is of Scottish and Welsh origin. Brought up immersed in the acting profession from both sides, writing and performing, it is little wonder that the young Keira asked for her own agent at the age of 3. She was granted one at the age of 6 and performed in her first TV role as Little Girl on Screen 1, Royal Celebration, 1993, aged 7.
Number 4. Captain Hector Barbosa, Geoffrey Rush. Geoffrey Roy Rush was born on July 6, 1951, in Toowoomba, Queensland, Australia, to Merle Bishop, a department store sales assistant, and Roy Bodden Rush, an accountant for the Royal Australian Air Force. His mother was of German descent and his father had English, Irish, and Scottish ancestry. He was raised in Brisbane, Queensland, after his parents split up. Rush attended Everton Park State High School during his formative years. His early interest in the theatre led to his 1971 stage debut at age 20 in Wrong Side of the Moon with the Queensland Theatre Company. Known for his classical repertory work over the years, he scored an unexpected hit with his Queensland role as Snoopy in the musical You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown. A few years later he moved to France to study but subsequently returned to his homeland within a short time and continued work as both actor and director with the Queensland Company. In the 1980s Rush became a vital member of the State Theatre Company of South Australia and showed an equally strong range there in such productions as Revenger's Tragedy, A Midsummer Night's Dream, Mother Courage, and Her Children, Blood Wedding, Pal Joey, Twelfth Night and as the Fool in King Lear.
Number 5. Captain Davy Jones, Bill Nye. Bill Nye is an award-winning British character actor. He was born William Francis Nye on December 12, 1949 in Caterham, Surrey, England, to Catherine Josephine Whittaker, a psychiatric nurse from Glasgow, and Alfred Martin Nye, who was English-born and managed a garage in Croydon. At school, he gained O-levels in English language and English literature and enjoyed reading, particularly Ernest Hemingway. On leaving school he wanted to become a journalist but didn't have the required qualifications. He eventually went on to work as a messenger boy for the Field magazine. He stayed in Paris for a while because he wanted to write the great novel, but he only managed to write the title. When he ran out of money, the British consul shipped him home. Nye wound up training at Guildford School of Dance and Drama in London, and has since then worked consistently in film, television, and on stage. Number 60. Captain Armando Salazar, Javier Bardem. Javier Bardem belongs to a family of actors that have been working on films since the early days of Spanish cinema. He was born in Las Palmas de Gran Canaria, Spain, to actress Pilar Bardem, Maria del Pilar Bardem Munoz, and businessman José Carlos Encinas Tucinagu. His maternal grandparents were actors Rafael Bardem and Matilda Munoz Sampedro, and his uncle is screenwriter Juan Antonio Bardem. He got his start in the family business, at age 6, when he appeared in his first feature, El Picaro, 1974, aka The Scoundrel. During his teenage years, he acted in several TV series, played rugby for the Spanish national team, and toured the country with an independent theatrical group. Javier's early film role as a sexy stud in the black comedy, Jamón propelled him to instant popularity and threatened to typecast him as nothing more than a brawny sex symbol. Determined to avert a beefcake image, he refused similar subsequent roles and has gone on to win acclaim for his ability to appear almost unrecognizable from film to film. With over 25 movies and numerous awards under his belt, it is Javier's stirring, passionate performance as the persecuted Cuban writer, Reynaldo Arenas, in Before Night Falls, 2000, that will long be remembered as his breakthrough role. He received 5 Best Actor awards and a Best Actor Oscar nomination for his portrayal. Number 7. Captain Edward Blackbeard Teach, Ian McShane. A natural at portraying complex anti-heroes and charming heavies, Ian McShane is the classically trained, award-winning actor who has grabbed attention and acclaim from audiences and critics around the world with his unforgettable gallery of scoundrels, kings, mobsters and thugs. And, now, a god as well. McShane just completed his 3rd season, as star and executive producer, on the hit Starz series, American Gods, the TV adaptation of Neil Gaiman's 2001 novel. As Mr. Wednesday, a shifty, silver-tongued conman, he masks his true identity, that of the Norse god of war, Odin, who's assembling a team of elders to bring down the new false idols. A series McShane calls like nothing else I've seen on television. It's a comment that also befits McShane's critically acclaimed role of the charismatic, menacing and lawless 19th-century brothel and barkeep, Al Swearingen, in the profound and profane HBO Western series Deadwood, which ran for just 36 episodes over 3 seasons from 2004-06. For his work on the series' 2nd season, McShane won the 2005 Golden Globe Award for Best Actor in a Television Drama. He also received the Television Critics Association Award for Individual Achievement in Drama for his work in the show's debut season. Evan McNally was born on April 27, 1956, in Bristol, England. He grew up in Birmingham where he attended Redhill and Mapledene Junior Schools and Central Grammar School for Boys. At the age of 16, he got his first job at Birmingham Repertory Theatre. A year later he received a scholarship to the Royal Academy of Dramatic Art. In 1975 he won the Best Actor Bancroft Gold Medal for his stage performance. McNally's most notable stage performances in London's West End include his appearance as Alan Bennett opposite Maggie Smith in The Lady in the Van and opposite Juliette Binoche in Naked. He also starred as Richard in Terry Johnson's Dead Funny at the Savoy Theatre. Number 10. William Bootstrap Bill, Stellan Skarsgård. Stellan Skarsgård was born in Gothenburg, Västra Götalandsland, Sweden, to Gudrun Larsson and Jan Skarsgård. He became a star in his teens through the title role in the TV series Bombi Bitok Jag, 1968. Between the years 1970–88 he was employed at the Royal Dramatic Theatre in Stockholm, where he participated in Vita Rome, 1988, August Strindberg's Et Drömspel, 1986, and Master Olof, 1988. Simultaneously Skarsgård did outstanding film roles, notably in The Simple-Minded Murderer, 1982, by Hans Alfredson and with Fred Ward in American Playhouse, Noon Wine, 1985. The fantastic performance gave him both a well-earned Goodbag and Silver Berlin Bear. He portrayed the Skagen painter Søren Krøyer in Hip Hip Hurrah, 1987, and the Swedish ambassador Raoul Wallenberg in Good Evening, Mr. Wallenberg, 1990, both directed by Kjell Greed. Codename Coq Rouge, 1989, and The Democratic Terrorist, 1992. He played Jan Guillau's Swedish super agent Carl Hamilton. He also had the leading part in the Oscar-nominated The Ox, 1991, directed by the world-famous cinematographer Sven Nykvist. Skarsgård did his first, but small, role in a big American film with The Unbearable Lightness of Being, 1988. The role of Captain Tupolev in The Hunt for Red October, 1990, was that supposed to be biggest part in a Hollywood film, but unfortunately it was cut down. His breakthrough instead came with Lars von Trier's Breaking the Waves, 1996, opposite newcomer Emily Watson. After that Skarsgård got several supporting roles in American films, such as in My Son the Fanatic, 1997, Gus Van Sant's Good Will Hunting, 1997, and Steven Spielberg's Amistad, 1997. Number 11. Governor Weatherby Swann, Jonathan Pryce. From Holywell to Hollywood, Jonathan Pryce, CBE is a critically acclaimed and award-winning actor from North Wales, internationally regarded as one of the greatest ones on both stage and screen. Renowned for his immense versatility and powerful presence, he has transcended the industry, effortlessly moving between Hollywood studio films and the classical West End in a range of work that also includes bold independent cinema and the Broadway musical. He has created some of the most memorable characters in cinema and for over 40 years been on the wish list of many of the world's most notorious and accomplished directors as someone they must work with. Jonathan Pryce was born John Pryce in Holywell, Flintshire, Wales, to Margaret Ellen Williams and Isaac Pryce, a coal miner. His parents ran a general store. After graduating from the world-famous RADA in London, he began his career in the 1970s at the hugely influential Liverpool Everyman Theatre, which grounded his politics and talent and helped attract a legacy of brave individual artists that have since been through their doors. From his definitive performance as Hamlet, he made his breakthrough screen performance in Terry Gilliam's masterpiece Brazil, 1985. The phrase an actor's actor is often overused, but with Jonathan Pryce I can think of no better fitting tribute, because what that means to the industry is, here is a talent people want to watch and people want to work with. His choices can be considered as bold as they should be, as well as always truthful, that give life to characters multi-layered and always exciting, where it can be even hard to believe that he is just one man. Number 12. Anna Maria, Zoe Saldana. Zoe Saldana was born on June 19, 1978 in Passaic, New Jersey, to Ashale Nazario and Oridio Saldana. Her father was Dominican and her mother is Puerto Rican. She was raised in Queens, New York. When she was 10 years old, she and her family moved to the Dominican Republic, where they would live for the next 7 years. While living there, Zoe discovered a keen interest in performance dance and began her training at the prestigious Ecos Espacio de Danza Dance Academy, where she learned ballet as well as other dance forms. Not only did her training provide an excellent outlet for the enthusiastic and energetic youngster, it would also prove to be a fortunate precursor for the start of her professional acting career. At age 17, Zoe and her family moved back to the United States, where her love for dance followed and an interest in theater performance became stronger. Number 13. Pintel, Lierenberg. Lierenberg has the remarkable ability to morph himself into frightening aliens, twisted psychotherapists, lascivious entertainment executives and everything in between. Most frequently referred to as a character actor, Lierenberg maintains a flourishing acting career, almost 20 years spanning television, stage and film. Lierenberg has appeared in more than 30 movies, including Cradle Will Rock, 1999, RoboCop 3, 1993, Waterworld, 1995, Bob Roberts, 1992, The Apocalypse, 1997, Cross My Heart, 1987, and the fantasy adventure feature Dungeons & Dragons, 2000. Bitten by the acting bug at age 8 when he portrayed David in his Hebrew school play, Killing Goliath, Lierenberg notes that the parable could be the title of any actor's chances in this game. A native Angelino, Lee attended Santa Monica High School with Brat Packers Sean Penn, Robert Downey Jr., and Emilio Estevez, and co-wrote a play with Estevez which was directed by Pennsylvania. Lee's first professional job was in 1986 at the Mark Taper Forum in Ghetto, a play directed by Gordon Davidson. Number 14. Rigetti, Mackenzie Crook. Mackenzie Crook, one of British comedy's best-known faces, who collected Star Wars figurines as a child, is now immortalized in plastic as a 6-inch-high pirate action figure. He was born Paul Mackenzie Crook on September 29, 1971, in Maidstone, Kent, England, UK. His father worked for British Airways. His mother was a hospital manager. He went to grammar school in Dartford, and did his first plays there. In the summers, he spent time with his uncle in Zimbabwe. Young Mackenzie Crook expressed his creativity through painting and even copied a Pre-Raphaelite's painting onto the back of his biker's jacket. He also joined a local youth theater. At the age of 18, he failed to secure a place at art college and turned to writing comedy sketches. Crook ended up working at Pizza Hut, and at hospitals. However, the principal of the youth theater believed in his potential and became his manager, guiding Crook to a career as a stand-up comedian. In 1996, he made his film debut in The Man Who Fell in Love with a Traffic Cone. 1996. In 1997, Crook was scouted by Bob Mortimer at the Edinburgh Festival. Soon he made his debut on television as a stand-up comedian on The 11 O'Clock Show, 1998, then worked on other TV shows playing grotesques and exaggerated characters. Number 15. Lieutenant Gillette, Damien O'Hare. Damien O'Hare was born on August 13, 1977 in Belfast, Northern Ireland. He is an actor, known for Pirates of the Caribbean, The Curse of the Black Pearl, 2003, Pirates of the Caribbean, On Stranger Tides, 2011, and Hatfields and McCoys, 2012. He has been married to Georgie Herford Jones since December 30, 2014. Number 16. Cotton, David Bailey. David Bailey was born in 1937 in South Africa, going to boarding school in Swaziland and emigrating to Rhodesia, now Zimbabwe, with his family in 1952. His first acting experience soon after school in 1955, was an amateur production of Doctor in the House which persuaded him he wanted to be an actor. After leaving school he worked in a bank and then for Central African Airlines. In 1958, he made his first trip from Rhodesia to England to get the lie of the land. In 1960 he moved to England and landed his first small role in the film Flame in the Streets, 1960, and then played one of the Bell's boys in Arthur Capet's Oh Dad Poor Dad Mama's Hung You in the Closet and I'm Feeling So Sad, 1961, with Stella Adler playing Madame Rose Petal. He then bluffed his way into weekly repertory in Barrow in Furnace as juvenile lead, terrified a while that he would be exposed as totally inexperienced. Recognizing the need for training he auditioned 3 times for a bursary to RADA, each time only being accepted as a fee-paying student which he couldn't afford. He finally sent for the last of his standby money, £200, he had left in Rhodesia and paid for the first term, 1963, At the end of term he approached John Fernald, who relented, and he was given free tuition from the next 2 years. Number 17. Philip Swift, Sam Claflin. English actor Sam Claflin was born in Ipswich, England, to Susan A. Clark, a classroom assistant, and Mark J. Claflin, a finance officer. As a child, he was football mad, often going to see his favorite team, Norwich City. He was a talented footballer, playing for Norwich schools at city level and Norfolk County level. However, he suffered 2 broken ankles and at 16 gave up thinking about a footballing career. He took up performing arts, and a teacher from Costessey High School was impressed with his performance in his school play, and encouraged him to take up drama. He joined the local youth group at Norwich's Theatre Royal and went on to gain entry to Lambda Drama School in 2006, graduating with a 3-year acting degree in 2009. He is the 3rd eldest of 4 boys. His older brothers Dan and Ben are not involved in drama, but his younger brother Joe Claflin commenced at the same drama school in 2009, also doing a 3-year acting degree. Number 18. Serena Astrid Burgess Frisbee. Astrid Burgess Frisbee was born the 26th May of 1986 in Barcelona, Spain, to a Spanish father and a French-American mother of English descent. She is fluent in French, Spanish, and Catalan. Astrid Burgess Frisbee made her acting debut in 2007 on French television. In 2008, she made her feature debut in the French film The Sea Wall, 2008, and since then has made other French films. In 2011, Burgess Frisbee made her English debut as the beautiful mermaid Serena in Pirates of the Caribbean, on Stranger Tides, 2011. She was personally picked by director Rob Marshall and producer Jerry Bruckheimer after a whirlwind of auditions in France, Hollywood, and the UK. Number 19. Scrum, Stephen Graham. Stephen Graham was born August 3, 1973, in the small town of Kirkby, Lancashire, to a pediatric nurse mother and a social worker father. His paternal grandfather was Jamaican, and one of his grandmothers was Swedish. After years of small parts, he finally got his big break in an unexpected way, playing the dim-witted Tommy in Guy Ritchie's film, Snatch, 2000. Apparently, Graham didn't audition for the role as Tommy one day. He accompanied a friend to the audition for Ritchie and was asked if he was next. When Graham replied no, Ritchie told the then unknown actor, "I like your face," and was asked if he could start work Monday. Number 20. Tamara, Gemma Ward. Gemma Ward was born in Perth, Australia in 1987 and started her model career in the year 2002. When she was 15 years old, she was discovered in the audience of Search for a Supermodel, 2000, an Australian television show. At the age of 16, she was selected by Anna Wintour, fashion editor, to be featured in the Girls of the Supermodel World. According to modeling and fashion statistics, she was the youngest model on the Vogue cover. Gemma has joined top brand fashion designer shows, such as Christian Dior, Prada, Gucci, Yves Saint Laurent, etc., working next to fashion models like Karolina Kurkova, Gisele Bündchen, and Natalia Vodyanova.